Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We're here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the 18th and final episode of Demon Slayer Season 2, the last episode of the Entertainment District arc. Which saying that it's kind of sad, right? Because it's like after this, we're not going to have Demon Slayer back for a while. And I mean, Sundays have just been incredible with Demon Slayer, like with this arc, and then also Attack on Titan. Sundays have been the best day of the week for me, at least, 100%. It is not all sad news though, because we do. Most of you guys have probably already saw it, but we do have the season 3 announcement, which they've said it's going to be a TV anime, not a movie. It's going to be adapting. I think it's called the Swordsmith Village Arc, so we do have that to look forward to. I don't think there's actually a release date as of now. But all that matters is, right, we have that confirmation, which is not really a surprise in and of itself. But yeah, that's awesome. So it's not all sad news. We have the finale here. Of course, it is longer as well. That's another good thing, I guess you could say. We have a lot more content, or a good amount of content for this final episode. And I'm curious to see how they leave it off. We saw at the end of the previous episode, Gyutaro was like some last resort self-destruction type shit, which I'm sure, very sure, like 100% sure the trio is going to be okay. But in terms of the others, we'll have to wait and see. I'm pretty confident they're going to be okay as well, but we'll have to kind of see what we're going to have. And also, we're probably going to have like Gyutaro and Daki backstory, because if you guys know the Demon Slayer formula, they like to do that with the demons, and we haven't really went into their backstory yet. So, yeah. With all that said, we're going to hop into this finale, everyone, and see what we're going to have with it. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this, man. This shit was hype. The detail. I mean, there was a lot of hype in the previous episode, but in the production was just out of this world. At the same damn time. Both of them. Yup. And I was like, it's looking so good. Like, this is it. This should be it. And then there's the freaking explosion. Man. Yeah, their heads like rolled together. I was like, that's kind of crazy how they came together like that. And Tengen was the closest one to the explosion. That's what I'm really worried about. Like, I know Tanjiro's gonna be all right. I know the trio's gonna be all right, but we know they're not scared to kill off Hashira. I mean, my dude's arm, like he's taken enough. His eye, don't kill him off. Come on, man. They're not gonna do it. Oh yeah, Tanjiro, he was just like, what? What's going on? What is he saying? Yeah, here's where the explosion happens. Tengen, the closest one, man. Jesus. They literally leveled the whole city. That's a goal. That's a goal. All right, you weren't done for this arc. Oh, okay, okay. If you're stopping this, I have no complaints. Yo. Okay. They added that. Like, that was literally what happened directly after what we had, the cliffhanger they left us off on. Like, okay. Thanks. Man. Let's go. No matter how many lives or lives. I think she's back to her cute. I think it's all cute, but yeah, like, look. That's what it sounded like. Jeez. I mean, I figured it was, I mean, it already looked bad enough from the fighting and all that, but like after that, sheesh. Good Nezuko. I can't get over that. Like, when we see her just like all badass and whatnot, then we see her like this is. Yeah, please check in on the others, especially Tengen. I'm not even surprised you can't move. Poison. Did Nezuko maybe do something with that too? I mean, Nezuko's the closest one to him, the one who saved him. Tasukete! Nezuko ride. They're relatable. That happens sometimes. just in general, but I mean, they've been going through a whole lot more than that, than me just normally waking up and feeling pain sometimes. Sleeping the wrong way or whatever. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. I'm not even worried. He's alright. He's alright. See, this is the thing. We all know. Look at his. What he had to do to. I mean, even stay alive to this point. Jeez. I mean, people losing arms. Look at his freaking lungs, his rib area. Tanjo's fingers. Nah. Nezuko. It was Nezuko. It was Nezuko. Oh, that was the poison. Okay, I thought it was like something else. But the poison makes sense. So it was Nezuko. That was my only guess because she was the one who saved him. It was there. So Nezuko could do that, I guess. Okay, if they're doing like a little comedic skit like this, he's gonna be all right. Like, I'm not getting a super serious vibe out of it. We just gotta get Nezuko here. Jeez. The way they make that poison look. Especially when it's like spread a lot. I'm never gonna pray to you again if Tengen dies. See, like, yeah, the way they're making this out to be, it makes me think that he's going to be okay. Like, this is a way different vibe than, like, the end of Mugen Train with Rengoku and how, like, serious and heartbreaking that was. Look at this man. Nah. There's, like, rocks hitting his face, like, bouncing off of him. Hello, Nezuko here. That is so cool. You hear her? She's like, We ain't cremating him, you'll see. Jeez. Like that. Look at her face. Did you see her facial expression? Aw. I'm happy the wives are alright. Tengen's gonna be alright, it seems like. We don't get nearly as heartbreaking of a ending as Mugen Train. Blood Demon are ignited the poison. That's how it works. So we're not sure how it really fully works, but just the fact that she can do that is pretty insane. It's all confusing, but who cares? I mean, we all alive. We all making it out of here. Yeah, to get that confirmation. Because we know they cut off their heads, but... I made jokes like a couple episodes ago, like, this is going to be it for Nezuko. We'll see her in the next season, but look how much of an impact she's having in this finale, man. Cat. Oh, okay. This is just awesome to me. It's like so adorable. It's just like the little noises she's making. It's like, Oh, Gyutaro raging. Y'all really gonna go out like this, like arguing in your I mean, like brother, like the brother and sister, I guess is. Like brother and sister. It's like they're actually some human like siblings, which they were like human before or whatever, but still. This is what Tanjo and Nezuko, like this is what could have became of them. Ooh, that's damn. You mean that that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of jeez. Is this where they maybe transitioned to the backstory? It looked like his first expression there was like, it looked like kind of pain. Like, I mean, it still looks like kind of pain, like sadness, but also anger. Jeez. Hadn't been for you, my life would have been different. Jeez. Oh, that sentence that we've heard, like that is like one of the worst. I was just saying, like, does she really feel that way? Does he really feel that way? I mean, how many times have we heard that sentence in anime though? Is you two have to have each other. He's still covering Gyutaro's mouth. That hit deep, huh? That hit deep. I think she's like slowly and more slowly, like kind of. It looks like she's fading away. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I. That's what it looked like. Ume. That was that her name like before? Oh, okay, okay. That was the only thing. That was my only guess. Ume. Oh, here's where they're gonna go into it. Oh, you're named after the disease that killed our mother. Oh my gosh. The lowest class. So, wait, what? The children were like treated the worst? What? Jesus. Jeez. It's like they can't control, like they were born into this family, into this life. It's sad. Like they couldn't control obviously being born into this. Like he didn't even do anything. As if I were a monster. That was probably the only thing he could eat. They didn't have any food. Ume. So this was Daki. Wow, look at her before. Yeah, she looks like completely different. I mean, he doesn't look that much different, but obviously he looks a little different too. I mean, this is when they were humans, obviously, but he became what? Yeah, man, that's fucked up. He became literally what they kind of wanted him to become, or like what they saw him as. Something bad probably happened, right? Oh, oh, she like, yeah, stabbed someone, and they retaliated. Jeez, what? So the one time he's not with her is like separated from her, not because it seemed like he was with her all the time, but then she did that, and then it just, dude, oh, look at her body, man. Oh, as that's the same person she stabbed or whatever. Just ratted them out for the money, of course. Oh, oh, oh my God. Just like imagine it, like he had someone to reach, like if someone reached their hand out to him and actually helped him, or just like, I mean, you can't control what you're born into, but like if he was born into a different situation, it's like this would have never happened, and it's just, jeez, every time they show her body, and there goes your face. It was your eye before, and I mean, what she did. I mean, they're just how young are they at this point? I mean, they're pretty young. No one would help them. No one would reach out to them or anything. Like the way they were treated from the beginning, the way Gyutaro was treated from the beginning is just fucked up. Even from their own mother. But I don't think she had a reason to really stab that one guy. But still, it doesn't even like matter. Having a fortune and misfortune being intertwined. We didn't have a whole lot of fortune. Who's this? Is that Mamoru Miyano too? What? What the fuck? That is Mamoru Miyano. VA. Upper six. Oh, this was the upper six before they like became, because they're upper six, or they were, whatever you want to say. This was their fortune. Dude, the design is insane. So he has to be higher than he's probably like, I don't even know what rank, but he's obviously higher than 6 now in the present. Dude, the VA pick. I cannot get over that. Miyano, like one of the legends, a GOAT. So this is when they first became demons, and then they rose up to that. This was their fortune. One regret. It's like two paths, two different paths. Like there was maybe still hope, or maybe still a path for her, potentially. Ah, that's what I was talking about, man. It's just like these are just things you can't control sometimes in life, like what you're born into. But I mean, nobody tried to help them reach out a hand. Like, if only. Take before somebody takes from you. I mean, that's all people were doing to them, was taking and taking and taking, and then like it just reached a point where he finally started, reacting, retaliating. Ah, damn. Is this, or what is this? Where's this? Is this when they? But what space are they in right now? Like he's in his demon like form, and she's. Or is this the afterlife? Like, are we back in the present? These things, if she keeps following him, that it's not gonna work out for her. It's not gonna be the best for her. Like, she would be better off going a different path without him. The truth comes out, how she was really feeling. So yeah, this is back in like the present after they just disappeared or whatever. Yeah. That's where the light is, the opposite direction. He's going into the dark, yeah. Aw. Ah, all right, all right. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these backstories don't really like. Most of the time, they don't hit like that much for me. Because it's because of all the things we see before. But this one, I mean, it's fucked up, man. It is pretty sad. Promise they made. This is something he wasn't thinking about, or he excluded. Oh, it's so, like, look at him. This is so fucked up. It's so sad. Oh, wow. Into the fire together. Is that like into hell together? Nezuko and Tanjiro together holding that. That's a nice little touch. Yeah. I would consider that, you know, what they did for sure. Finally. Finally. And it's happy-ish. I mean, that shit with Gyutaro and Daki, pretty sad, I will say, but it's mostly a happy ending. Oh, this is the snake dude, the snake Hashi or whatever. Hey, don't, yeah, you right. Don't forget it. 6 or not. He keeps like stressing it. It was just a 6. A 6. A 6. So he was supposed to be here like a while ago, I guess. Maybe he was caught up with something else, but he was supposed to be back up or something. Or if we remember what Tengen wanted to do, like with the girls after they defeated a Hashira, there, yeah, that was what it was gonna be. If they took out a Hashira, I'm sure the master will. Who cares if you refuse to accept it? Who cares? That would mean there's 2 vacant Hashira spots if he retires, which he says he is. There's a youngster who's about to reach his potential. Tanjiro, the younger generation coming up, slot them eventually into the Hashira spots. He like wasn't expecting him to. That like Tengen was the only one that made it out of this or something. Was this the master? Yeah. Man, it rose this man out of his out of his sleep. And he's on like death's doors. Like something is finally changing. Like yeah. The tide is it's shifting, it's changing, the gears are turning. Fate is about to take a dramatic turn. Oh my gosh. Don't tell me he's about to like die right here or something. I mean, we know that's where it's been building up to it. Muzan. Muzan. The end goal, the end boss. Sole blemish on my family. upper. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Like, they're going to leave us off with something, maybe tease us a little bit. This is where they usually have the meetings and all that, right? The Infinity Castle. Yeah, this is where they usually like meet, right? Muzan like talks to them or whatever. An upper rank was killed. Damn straight. Damn straight. It's changing. Fate. She's still crying. They may all still be crying. No, not all of them. Hinatsu, yo, she is still best girl out of the three. I don't care what any of y'all say. They're all awesome in their own ways, but I like Hinatsu the most. Aw, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Inosuke, what is that? That's a nice little way to leave it off, man. Especially after all the shit we just, we went through, man. All right. So that does it for the Entertainment District arc. I gotta say, honestly, I mean, this arc was a blast. Much like just like how Mugen Train was, honestly. It's hard for me to like say who I like more between Tengen and Rengoku. I feel like they're about the same, honestly. I think Tanjiro even brought up like something earlier in the arc where he was saying that Tengen is just like Rengoku in a lot of ways. And he really is, honestly. Although it may not have seemed like he was going to be that way at the beginning of this arc, he did turn out to be like that. And just seeing the kind of person that he is, especially how he is towards his wives as well, which he deserves that retirement. They all deserve that, honestly, especially after what happened here. But I would also say the same in terms of like the arcs, I guess you should say, with this arc and then Mugen Train. I feel about the same about them, honestly. I feel like they both have their own kind of separate, strong qualities. But in terms of the production, I mean, my goodness, Ufotable has just continued to raise the bar. I mean, maybe if you exclude like the Akaza and Rengoku fight at the end of the movie, I mean, this arc here, especially some of the last couple episodes in the arc, like have really raised and set the bar for Demon Slayer, and even just a lot of anime in general, with what Ufotable is doing here with a lot of the digital effects and how just everything kind of meshes together. That's something I've always been big on. That's one of my favorite things about Demon Slayer is definitely the production. But there was some very nice character moments in this arc for sure. The action was, as you'd expect, phenomenal, especially towards the tail end of the arc. Gyutaro and Daki provided some pretty good good antagonist pair, I would say, and then they had like their backstory here. I mean, that was just, I talked about it quite a lot during the reaction, and just that's just a thing of life, and it's just, I guess you could say, maybe one of the more like just sad things is that they were born into that and they can't control that. But if someone would have just reached out to help, who knows how their lives, I say both of them, like who knows how their lives could have turned out, and who knows how Gyutaro's life could have turned out, especially because it really like started with him and just how he was treated, obviously before Yume or Daki or whatever you want to say came in. But it's still sad, but they do have each other now, kind of going out in that way. And they did clear that up, because I was saying, for them to go out, like, y'all don't want to go out this way. Like, y'all are brother and sister. You do not want to go out like this, like arguing and saying what they were saying to each other. Like Tanjiro said it, you don't mean that. And as we saw, they obviously didn't mean that. But from like Gyutaro's perspective, the way he saw it and why he was saying that, he was like, get away from me. Like, he was maybe putting it on himself that Daki could have had a way better life, or Yume or whatever you want to say, if she wasn't sticking with him and around him all the time. So yeah, that was just sad, very fucked up to say the least. And I mean, sometimes these demon backstories kind of get to me. Most of the time, like, I don't really get all invested into them like that. I feel like the one was it with Rui at the end? Maybe that one. But this one here, I mean, I kind of was invested in this one for real. And just their situation is just tragic, to say the least. And I think what probably gets me the most out of it all is that Tanjiro and Nezuko, if they were dealt different cards, this could have been them. This literally could have been them. And that was the thing I liked really about this arc as well, and kind of the twist with Gyutaro and Daki being like brother and sister, both kind of occupying the upper rank 6, is how you can relate it to Tanjiro and Nezuko in a lot of ways. So yeah, a lot to like about this arc. I've always said it. Demon Slayer is just one of the more enjoyable things. You're guaranteed to have a blast when watching. At least for me, in terms of the characters and in terms of just like the writing, it's not like a masterpiece in my opinion. It's not like the greatest thing ever, but I mean, man, the enjoyment factor is always through the roof. And this arc was no exception to that. And I'm really excited to see what we're gonna have for the next season. That it's been confirmed. Now that it's been confirmed, Sword. What was I gonna say? Swordsmith Village, I think it's called. That's what it's called. This was a solid finale, I would say. Happy ending. Besides really the backstory, this was mostly a happy ending with them. Tengen didn't die. We didn't lose a Hashira, although he is retiring, so we are kind of losing a Hashira in a way, but he's still alive. He's gonna be living it out with his wives and all that, as he deserves to do so. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all thoughts of this final episode of Demon Slayer Season 2. Let me know what you guys thought of this arc as a whole. If you guys did enjoy this reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.